And he talked about his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. He said that he thought it was weird that Jeffrey Epstein was around all these young girls all the time. It's just, there's, it's just, there's so much conjecture, and all of this has been weaponized. The idea that there are only Democrats that were friends with Epstein, but no, both sides are guilty in this. I mean, because mostly they all enabled him by looking the other way, and some actually engaged in it.
So, look, two things. One, I have been in contact with somebody who had reason to look at these files and said the Trump thing, that yes, he went there, but there's nothing in any of them that creates anything untoward in that respect, at least in the files. That's what I was told. And if that's true, and I believe it based on how I was told this, then it's not to protect him, but you say they were gun shy, the feds have been gun shy to go after powerful people, yet we just looked last week at the conclusion of the Diddy trial. They went after him in a spectacular way with Homeland Security and raids and all of that. They went after Martha Stewart. So the feds have not traditionally been gun shy about going after powerful people. So I'm having trouble with the gun shy part of this.
They don't like to take these years-long cases unless they think that they will win, right? A lot of it is political also. These DAs, these state attorneys, they want to win their cases. If they went up against the very powerful men that were in Jeffrey Epstein's circle, it's not clear-cut. And it's also, there are a lot of questions about whether the girls that they were trafficked to were over the age of 18.
Right.
That's different. Jeffrey Epstein liked to keep the young girls to himself. And so that's where it gets more complicated. You have to also understand that these Johns, there's also witness tampering and intimidation. Some of these girls were paid off not to say anything. A lot of them don't want to get involved anymore. I mean, they've worked with the government for a long time, since 2006 during the first Jeffrey Epstein trial, and they did not get justice at all. They didn't see any justice. He went to some local jail and was basically under house arrest with an ankle bracelet. Do you think they want to go back there again and help the feds when they didn't do anything the first time around? I mean, there's really been no justice in this case, and they're really disappointed.
Will there be?
It's interesting that you asked that, Harvey, because I was, I talked to a lot of the. I talked to a lot of the victims. I spoke to Virginia Giuffre, and when Pam Bondi handed out those classified binders that had nothing classified, and then they were just the documents from the vault, and really a lot of her case documents in there. She said she hoped for more. Elon Musk promised her more. Personally, Donald Trump said that they would actually release the files. But I was talking to Maria Farmer, who's a victim as well, and she said the abuse for me isn't sexual. It's decades of systematic government abuse from the top. And that's how they feel. It's just they've been let down for so long, and now you're just gonna say, case closed.
I mean, the closest bit of justice there's here is that Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted of sex trafficking. Does that?
To who? To who? Who is she sex trafficking to? Right?
Yeah. So to the victims, that feels incomplete. That she was just a patsy.
Oh. Exactly. Just one person goes down for all of this. It's convenient. It happened over a holiday weekend. I have been saying this for a while, that they even don't use the correct terminology themselves as officials in the Justice Department. She's saying that there's a list when everybody who has been covering this case has looked through these files knows there's no list. And now she says there's a list. I just don't think that the Attorney General of the United States is a credible source on this case.